Hello, it's Sunday, January 18th, 2026, and we're doing some maintenance on the bus again. And, I hate that I'm having to do this. When you try to build something that will last forever and it doesn't, it's very disappointing. I don't know what the cause of this is. This is the bottom piece that goes underneath my front door here. And water has gotten in there and rotted this wood. And this has been a long time coming. I've seen this for a few years, actually, a couple of years at least. I've already dug out all the rotten stuff. It's mostly dry. This is just the tiniest bit damp right here. But I'm not getting any, I guess there's a tiny bit of dampness on my finger there. But we've had no rain for the longest time. So that's probably a major contributor to that. I always thought that the problem here was because this window was sweating, and it took me a while to get around to putting the caulking around this window, and water got into this that was dripping down on the glass. But I'm not so sure, because it's all fine in the middle. It's only at the ends. And I honestly don't know what's going on here. On the hinge side, yeah, we got some rot on the door jamb too. Now that's a whole nother story. But this is sealed to the door with Gorilla Construction adhesive all the way up. And pretty sure I sealed underneath these hinges. Probably going to end up taking this door completely off the bus, which is a real pain because when the door's off, then I got to put a tarp over the whole bus to keep water out. But pretty sure the door jamb is fine where this hinge is anyway, because we're solid here. And I was poking up in here with an ice pick as I got started here this afternoon. I mean, I could band-aid this up and it'll look fine because most of the structure is still here. This piece of wood is a 1x4, so it's 3.5 inches tall. And, it's also bonded to the outer skin with epoxy. So, it's structurally, I don't think we need to worry about what we got going on here. I would like to open this though and look inside and see if there's moisture, because this has insulation behind it. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to cut this plywood like right here along this aluminum, and like maybe 6 inches across. I mean, I'll end up with a line, but then I'll be able to look inside and see if I got moisture in that insulation. If I do, then I'm gonna have to take a little bit more serious approach. All right, this behind the hinge is all completely solid, and all the black there is urethane sealant. I mean, it was like completely sealed on there. So, I mean, that's good, right? Anyway, and the screws were tight. This screw here is got rotten behind it, so the rot only goes up about this high. I decided against cutting this open because if I cut this up to here to inspect, then this piece of really thin plywood is going to have nothing to attach to. So instead of doing that, I went underneath and drilled a hole. So it's completely dry in there, and all the wood that came out of that was dry as far as I could feel with my finger, and looking up there it's completely dry. And the insulation I used for a minute there, I thought I had used the rock wool, but after looking at it I could tell it's that polystyrene stuff, the blue stuff you get at Home Depot. Yeah, I can't get my light up in there. I can't see it. I can see it with my eyes, not the camera here anyway. And it's dry up in there. I actually got some slivers of the insulation to come out of there, and they just blew away because they're so light from being absolutely dry. So I mean, that's good news. The door is still sound. You know, I took some sandpaper to the bottom here and cleaned it up, and the front edge, I'm just going to do a patch job here. It's really not my style, but I think the biggest problem I have here is that I had sealed up the bottom and it had nowhere to drain. So just a few drops of water can just saturate everything. Anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking with it, right? So I still haven't figured out how the water got in there. Honestly, I just have no clue. You know, this side I can imagine it's, water got in there from the door latch, right? Or the door lock, where the keyhole is up there. Yeah, you know what I'll do? I could take the bolt lock out and inspect around there to see if there's any signs of water. That would be a good place to look. Other than that, I don't know where else to look on this thing. So there's some stuff that you can buy. It's made just for patching wood like this. I mean, in the past I used Bondo and I've had good luck with it, but Bondo isn't structural. Stuff that I've seen on the internet is like a fiberglass putty, and I don't know. I got to fill this area on the front. I don't need to fill the holes in here. They don't really do anything. I'm gonna have to think about this for a while because I want to make sure I leave provisions for this to have ventilation and drain. I used a rotary rasp, a couple different rotary tools, and I've ground out all the rotten wood last night. And I really can't figure out what the cause of this is. I seriously doubt that the water's come from up above because it's dry up there. I was dorking around with the air hose last night and I blew air in that hole to just kind of blow it out, and this swelled, which was kind of expected because this is just really thin wood, and got me to thinking, I wonder if because this is expanding and contracting with temperature, that maybe it's drawing the moisture in the bottom, in the crack that's down there and down there. So I think what I'm going to do actually is just get this thing reattached. I was going to maybe fill it with spray foam, but I'm going to leave it open so it can ventilate. reattach this. Now this screw that's coming up from the bottom, I mean, I could put like a 4-inch long screw, or just put another screw right over here, and the same on this side, and then the same for this one, put it up higher, and same over there, and then just I'll plug this hole up with some urethane or something. Or maybe I could put a I could put a machine screw in there with a nut on the other side just to plug the hole. And then I'm going to take another piece of aluminum, like 16 gauge, and I'm just going to make like what you see in a lot of doors, just a kick panel here to close this hole off, and I'll, you know, caulk it down so it would be waterproof, and we're going to run it. And if this shows itself again in the future, I'll just make a new door. It wasn't that hard. It's a big job, but it really wasn't that hard. And I'll come up with a better method of making the door next time. Maybe not use wood at all and just make it entirely out of aluminum. I have to think about how I could do that, but I'm going to take the short way out on this one. Normally I don't take shortcuts, but I think in this case, since the door is still completely solid and sound, I really don't have to go overboard with it. You know, I'm vaguely recalling when we first went on the road with this, we didn't have caulking around the glass on the inside. And I don't think we put caulking around this black caulking I have around the edge here. That was an add-on, as well as there's no caulking around here. I think all this damage occurred early on in life. Anyway, we are ready to rumble here. I've got some Dynaflex for the side where the wood is. I've got my Gorilla Construction adhesive. Hopefully that tube is still usable. That's going to go on this side. I've got everything pre-drilled. There's my new holes. These are not going to be used. Those are going to be just left to vent. Oh, I'm glad I started doing this video because I just remembered I got to do something. We're going to put screws in these holes with nuts on the back, and we're waiting to do that until we get all the caulking and everything, because when you use the Gorilla Construction adhesive, you got to really be ready, because it makes a mess and it takes mineral spirits to clean up. So I want to do all that at once. And this hinge, I want to put some Gorilla Construction adhesive underneath the hinge to seal it back how it was, because this was completely pristine behind there. I used black urethane before and I don't have any, so we're just going to use the Gorilla Construction adhesive, which is an off-white, and you know, it will look a little bit less than perfect. All right, man, that's what I like to see. That thing is freaking on there. Now we got to clean it up. I'll start by scraping it off with the razor blade and wiping it on paper towels, and then I'll come back with the mineral spirits. Okie dokie, so we're in there. All the screws are in and tight. Not the bottom ones, but all these screws on the sides, and these screws are all sealed with the Gorilla Construction adhesive. This is completely sealed all the way across with the Gorilla Construction adhesive. And you can see that bead right there. If it were black urethane, it would have looked a little bit better, but I don't have any, and I'm not going to make a trip right now and spend the money for a tube of that. So these holes are going to stay open, so this thing can drain and ventilate. And we haven't got to this side yet. All right, the door and the door jamb are done. This paint job, I painted the door jamb from the top to the bottom, and it just came out absolutely wonderful. Look at that. You can't even see the brush strokes in it. And I just use the paintbrush on the whole darn thing. I don't have my pins all the way in yet because I don't know what I'm gonna do about the stupid crack that I caused in the glass. Yeah, right. So this little piece in the bottom only needed a little bit of super glue filler, and there's a new piece of wood there, and the one behind it is a new piece of wood from the bottom to the top. And what do we got going on here? A little dirt mark on there. The hinges, I sealed them around the screw heads and around the perimeter with clear latex caulk, and it's already turned clear. You see, it starts out white. It's a little bit white still in there. It takes a little, when it fully cures, it turns clear. So we're completely sealed. The door is all done too. There's my little kick plate I put on the bottom. It's completely sealed everywhere. And I kind of messed up just now. I was going to show you where the water droplets that run down the door from surface tension, they were bridging from the door to the bottom. So I'm thinking that may have been the phenomenon that's been occurring. I'm trying to duplicate it, it won't do it. Where the door, because it's airtight and water droplets maybe sit at the bottom down here, and it sucks the water into the bottom as the air contracts. It won't do that anymore because we left the holes open on the bottom. So hey, time will tell.